welcome to my channel. My name is Laura and I'm here today with a top 5 video for you. So I'm going to talk to you about the top 5 short games that are currently available on Xbox Gamepass. Now I'm a huge fan of short games. I really enjoy being able to start something and finish it within a very short period of time. All of the games on this list can be completed in under 5 hours, so they are lovely little bite-sized games that you can finish in a very short period of time. Now I have limited this to a top 5, but there's also a few honourable mentions at the end I'm going to include that haven't made the list for various reasons that I will explain when I get to them. So the first game that I want to talk about is Dodin. This game is firstly absolutely beautiful. The watercolour art style is just completely gorgeous. This is a game with a strong story of a young woman who goes back to her grandmother's house after she's sadly passed away. This unlocks the memories of the summer that she spent there as a child, and as you work your way through the story, you travel back and forth through the present day and her childhood summer. This story is so heartwarming and obviously a little bit sad as we are dealing with the death of an older relative, but at around 3.5 hours it is well paced and I'd say incredibly touching. I really love this game. The second game that I'm going to talk about is Vber. Now this game is very short. At a playtime of only around an hour and a half, it's definitely something that you want to play in one sitting to make sure that you get the most out of the storyline. I actually had a little break at around an hour and I regret that, and I would like to replay it as a complete playthrough because I think I would benefit more from that than I did my original playthrough. In this game, we follow the story of Vber, who is an immigrant to the US, as she navigates living in a new country and raising a child there. The gameplay consists of looking through Vber's mother's recipe book, which she brought with her, but unfortunately it's become damaged and the recipes aren't very clear. So as you play through making the recipes, you manage to repair Vber's mother's book and the recipes are all completed. Now I'm not going to lie, I did find some of the puzzles and recipe sections of this game quite difficult and I did use a guide a few times, but the story was 100% worth it. It was such a touching one and it really stays with you after you've finished playing the game. The third game that I would recommend as a short game on Xbox Game Pass is A Short Hike. Now for me personally, I found the graphics on this took a little bit of getting used to. It's got a polygraph style that looked quite muddy to me when I first started playing it, but the game itself is so much fun. You're trying to get to the top of a mountain, and as you progress through the game you complete little challenges and collect more and more of these little golden feathers which enable you to fly higher and longer and explore more of the island, and it was just really charming. As with all of these games, it doesn't outstay its welcome and it gives you just enough to keep you entertained right through to the end. The fourth game on this list is a fairly new addition, I think, to the Xbox Game Pass library, and that is Toom. Toom is actually one of my favourite games of all time. It's a photography puzzle game and you use your camera to explore the areas and take photographs to help members of the community, and you also collect pictures of all of the animals in each area. There's lots of different challenges that you can complete that are shown on a community card and you can do them in any order that you want to. You don't even have to do all of them if you don't want to, but each one that you complete you get a stamp, and once you've filled all of your stamps you can get a bus ride to the next area. The overall story is that you're on an adventure to see the phenomenon of the Toom, which your grandmother saw when she was about your age, and right at the start she encourages you to get out there, find the Toom and bring a picture of it back to her. There's also some free DLC that was added to this game in an additional area, and this has like a day-night cycle that really bumps up the puzzling aspect of it, and I just really love this game. The music, the art style, everything about it is just such a vibe. The fifth game on my list is one that probably needs no introduction to anybody, and that is A Little to the Left. I think this is probably the most popular game on my list and you probably already know all about it, but you are basically rearranging drawers, putting things in order and generally tidying in a satisfying way. The game's split up into individual levels, and if you get stuck on one you can just skip it and go back to it another time. To be honest, I played this game when I was kind of winding down at night, going to bed on my Switch, so if I did find a level that was in any way challenging I would just skip it immediately, and I went back and finished those ones when I was a little bit more alert. Also in this game occasionally there's a little mischievous cat that pops his paws in and just kind of ruins everything for you, and that was really cute. So those are my top 5 short games on the Xbox Game Pass, but I did say there was going to be a few honourable mentions, and I've actually got 4 of those, one of which isn't quite released yet, but I'm very excited about it. So my honourable mentions are Firewatch, which I didn't include because I, to be honest, haven't played very much of it. I had it as one of my games of the week a few weeks ago, but I didn't play very much, probably only an hour and a half to 2 hours, and I don't really feel like I played enough of it to recommend it. But I know that it follows the story of a man who has had to leave his partner due to her ill health, and he's no longer able to care for her, so he goes and takes a job in a Firewatch tower, and then the story kind of progresses from there. But I don't really know where it goes, so I can't really say too much about it. My next honourable mention that's on the Xbox Game Pass library is Piku Niku. This is one, I can't recommend it because it was so long ago that I played it. I honestly can barely remember anything about it. The only thing I remember was that it was a little puzzle adventure game. It was a lot of fun and it was really funny, but I can't really remember the sort of nuance of it to be able to recommend it, but I definitely think it's worth a go if you've got some spare time on your hands. And the third game that I'm not recommending because I've never played it, and that is Jusant, I think. And this one has been recommended to me a lot of times, but I've just never got around to playing it. So I think this follows the story of a lone wanderer who's exploring a mountain, but I literally saw that on Wikipedia, so I don't know enough about this game to recommend it at all, but I do know it's on Xbox Game Pass and I do know that it's short, so it gets an honourable mention. And the final game that I am going to mention, although I don't know how short it is, whether it really fits into this video, but it is coming to Xbox Game Pass on release, and that is Open Roads. This is an Annapurna walking sim, story-based game, and they have so many great examples of that in the Annapurna library, including Edith Finch, which is one of my favourites. And this game seems really similar to Edith Finch, so I'm 100% going to be pouncing on that the second it is available on my Xbox Game Pass library. I cannot wait. I believe it will be relatively short, but obviously I don't know how short, so like I say, I don't know if it really fits in this video, but I wanted to talk about it because I'm really excited that it's coming out. So those are my picks for the short games on Xbox Game Pass library that you could play in one sitting, or maybe several if you procrastinate like I do. But as I said at the start, I absolutely love a short game. I love being able to tick things off my list, and I love that satisfaction of having a completion under my belt. So if you have any short games that you could recommend to me that I should check out, I would love to do so, so please let me know about them. If this is the first time that you've seen me, I would love it if you'd subscribe to my channel and like the video if you liked it, obviously. I post videos every week, and I also post weekly gaming vlogs on a Sunday. I'm doing a challenge this year where I play a different game each and every week throughout the whole of 2024 and vlogging that experience and posting a different vlog every Sunday, usually mostly about the game, but sometimes about the rest of the boring stuff I do as well. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you in another video soon.